All right, Shalom. This is our second segment of the Willi Lynch. Basically, on how since the Willi Lynch focused on the women and how they broke them as horses. All right.
Right. So we're gonna use a book that Apostle Gabar, our elder, gave to us, and told us young man to look into it. And it's a good selling book. And you can give him just the name of the woman, so we give her credit.
Her name is
El Shahad.
Right.
Sure,
Sarazad Ali.
Yep.
The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman.
All black men should have that, especially if you're an Israelite man.
Yeah.
Right. So when we first went to go into this book, we had to figure out, well, where did this feminist history come from? Everything got an origin in the beginning, just like our heritage has. So we just happen to be going into religious cult, right? See, every time you go deal with Satan and you looking for where his power source come from, you gonna have to go into all shit like the devil worship shit. So free thinking, or what's that next one?
Fanatical.
So when we go in there, you can hit the page and stuff and just talk them through it. I got you.
So this is about Emily Wilding Davidson and the suffragists.
What page is on?
It's on page 43.
Right. So if any of you brothers want to go get the magazine, I'm sorry. There she go. That'll go to spelling. We don't leave nothing out for you brothers. Look that up. All right.
This is Emily Wilding Davidson and the suffragists. Emily Wilding Davidson was an educated woman, having studied English at Oxford University, but was unable to graduate because of the university did not grant degrees.
What school she go to?
Oxford University.
Oh, elite. That's an elite school. It seemed to me that all the people from Yale to Oxford to Stanford, for some reason, a lot of the programs that we look at come out of that. And the people who started it come out of those colleges.
But was unable to graduate because of the university did not grant the degrees to women at that time. A militant companion for British women's rights to vote. She sometimes suggested only violence, perhaps even a death, would bring the nation's attention to the suffragists' slogan was deeds, not words.
Right. Get your ass into action. Stop holding a fucking picket sign talking about we shall overcome. No peace, no justice.
Arranged demonstrations set fires.
See that? Got in action.
And broke windows.
Got in action.
And get attention.
Got in action.
Often landed in jail.
Got in action.
Where they would go on hunger strikes.
More action.
And these are the women that's doing that.
White women.
Right.
According to some sources, Davidson herself was force-fed dozens of times while engaging in jail cell hunger strikes.
See that? You had to force feed her. That's how dedicated she was. She would have took death.
On June 4th, 1913, Davidson dashed onto the track at the Epsom Derby.
Now here go the witchcraft.
And was trampled by King George V horse.
Right, King George V. Fifth go under the law of five, which is the law of the universe. And she sacrificed herself as a sacrificial ritual and a public humiliation, 2 for 1. To do what? To bring in what you know as the feminist movement, which you also know as the Queen of Heaven.
She died of her injuries 4 days later.
See, that 4 day mean mercy. Mercy for the women, because now they're being exalted.
The incident was caught on film and broadcast across the Western world.
See that? And they broadcast it from Britain to where? The Western world. To do what? To sow the seed in the women's minds that was here wearing skirts going to church.
Yeah.
All women. Starting with the white woman.
Yeah. Making Davidson a martyr for the cause of women's suffrage. Many believe her purpose that day was to pin a suffragist flag on the king's horse. Others say she committed suicide to gain attention for the cause.
See? There you go, right there.
Either way, her behalf system was dedicatedly outside societal norms.
Right. See, that what she did was out of the programming of the program. That's it. That's it, for let's go get a little bit more on that little glass.
All right, this is titled Women's Suffrage in the United Kingdom. It says, women's suffragists in the United Kingdom was a national movement that began in 1872. Women were prohibited from voting in the United Kingdom until 1832 Reform Act and the 1835 Municipal Corporations Act. Both before and after 1832, establishing women's suffrage on some level was a political topic, although it would not be until 1872 that it would become a national movement with the formation of the National Society for Women's Suffrage and later the more influential National Union of Women's Suffrage Societies. Little victory was achieved in the constitutional campaign in its earlier years up to around 1905. It was at this point that the militant campaign began with the with the formation of the Women's Social and Political Union. It says the outbreak of the First World War led to a halting of much of the campaigning, with lobbying taking place discreetly, and in 1918, the Representation of the People Act 1918 was passed, enfranchising women over the age of 30 who met minimum property qualifications. The Representation of the People Act 1928 extended the voting franchise to all women over the age of 21. Women had the franchise in local government, school boards, and health authorities from the late 19th century. Next one.
The early
Suffrage
yeah.
society. All right, here's the next point. It says in the it's titled Early Suffragist Societies. In the same year,
meaning secret societies.
Yep.
But really, this is the Women's Society, which today the modern day Women's Society is what? The Bohemian Grove for the women, though. I forget exactly what they call it. Bolivian.
Bavarian?
Bavarian.
Yeah.
That's what I knew. It was one of them motherfuckers called a Bavarian. Go ahead, you can tell them
Then
about it.
trickle down to the Masons. What's the Eastern Stars?
Thank you.
Okay.
And a lot of the black women are a part of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Trayvon Martin's mama.
Yeah.
She
Right.
part of that Eastern Star shit.
Right.
And his father part of that third degree basic.
It says early suffragist societies. In the same year that John Stuart Mill was elected, the First Ladies Discussion Society was formed, debating whether women should be involved in public affairs. Although a society for suffrage was proposed, this was turned down on the grounds that it might be taken over by extremists. However, which happened in Britain. However, later that year, Leigh Smith Bodicon formed the first women's suffrage committee, and within a fortnight collected 1,500 signatures in favor of female suffrage in advance to the second reform bill. The Manchester Suffrage Committee was founded in February 1867. The secretary Lydia Becker wrote letters both to Prime Minister Benjamin Disraeli and the Spectator. She was also involved with the London group and organized a collection of more signatures. However, in June, the London group split, partly a result of party allegiance and partly the result of tactical issues. Conservative members wished to move slowly to avoid alarming public opinion, while liberals generally opposed this apparent delusion of political conviction. As a result, Helen Taylor founded the London National Society for Women's Suffrage, which set up strong links with Manchester and Edinburgh. In Scotland, one of the earliest societies was the Edinburgh National Society for Women's Suffrage, although these early splits left the movement divided and sometimes leaderless. It allowed Lydia Becker to have a strong influence. The suffragists were known as the parliamentaries. It's like that. In Ireland, the Dublin Women's Suffrage
So it look like to me, all these secret societies popping up everywhere.
Right, yeah. It says that the Dublin's Women's Suffrage Association was established in 1874, as well as campaigning for women's suffrage.